Guys, it's your girl Kesipat. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and in today's video I'll be showing you how to cut this Ankara kimono gown with, just like the thumbnail, something like this. And we'll be using 2.5, it's not really 2.5, just 2 and some inches to make this quick tutorial. Today I won't be doing the cutting. I'll allow one of my beginner students to do the cutting. They are already used to cutting on paper, so I insisted that she should cut directly on the fabric, because sometimes when I give them the fabric to cut directly on, they would feel like, okay, like they are usually scared to cut directly on fabric. So today I insisted she would do that, and this is to encourage the beginners on this channel to also learn how to go about their freehand cutting. I hope that makes sense. I'll be explaining everything in details so that you would not be confused. This fabric has been folded into 4, as you can see, and after folding it into 4 like this, all you have to do, remember that the part that is on like the opening edge is where we'll be taking our measurements from. That's the part that we folded into 4. The part that is open is where we'll be taking our measurements from. I tried to adjust this so that you'll be able to see some of her markings. First thing to do is to mark your neck measurements for the back, because we'll be cutting out the back and we'll use the back to cut out the front. So she did well to include 1.5 inches for the back neck depth, and also 3 inches across for the neck across. Then also you have to mark in your shoulder measurement, which the measurement that we're working with here is 8 inches. That is half of the shoulder measurement, 16 divided by 2, which is 8 inches. I hope that makes sense. So the next thing to do is to mark in your armhole. You can measure this on your client and just put that in. She has marked that in, and then she started marking in the circumferential, the measurements, that's from the shoulder to the bust to the waist, and also the hip and the full length. After doing that, she will mark in all circumferential measurements at this point. That is the bust divided by 4, the waist divided by 4, hip divided by 4, and also the full length. After marking all of this, because this is a kimono kind of gown, you would like to add your ease from 2 inches upwards. You can decide to add ease of 3 inches. That's sewing allowance and ease of 3 inches or more, but 2, 3, 4 inches is very okay. And because we are working with a lesser quantity of fabric, she's just going to include 3 inches all around, and then go ahead to shape this. So this is a sign for every beginner who's already used to cutting on paper to just cut simple designs like this directly on your fabric. It's going to save you time, and that's basically all there is to that. So she'll go ahead to cut out this fabric, and the next thing to do would be to cut out the sleeve and also the pocket. So we're to cut out 2 pockets for this fabric. We eventually lost 1 pocket, so we are just going to work with 1 pocket for this. All you have to do is, if you want to create 2 pockets, you cut out extra for that, but for tutorial sake we are just going to use 1, and that's fine. So she's already cutting out, trimming out all of the markings on this, and by the time, remember, we are cutting both the front and back together, we folded into 4. So by the time we are done cutting for the back, that's the back neckline, we are going to separate the fabric so we can cut the front neckline. I hope that makes sense. Remember, the front is going to be open, the back is what is currently on fold, and that's it. There is to that. So she separated the back piece, and she has cut out the back neckline. Right, the next thing to do is to cut out your front neckline. For the front, you're just going to mark that neck across as you've seen her do. The neck across there is 3 inches. Then you would get the length of the opening that you want, which is around 10 inches. That 10 inches is very, very okay for the opening of your front. Connect these lines together and make sure to blend your line. It's not necessarily straight, it's kind of curvy, so that you would have a good blend on the front area. Now you're going to see that pointed end right there. Do well to blend that line so that you don't have a pointed end when you're trying to put in your the whatever what you're going to add on the shoulder, sorry, the neck, your neck area, right? So the strap that you're going to add, that's what I meant. The strap that you'll be adding, you can use any strap, right? You can use any strap. You can use the ashoke strap. You can cut out whatever color of strap for that neck, your neck area. And for this tutorial, we're not going to be using the ashoke strap. We're just going to use a satin strap for this tutorial, right? She's cutting the sleeve at this point, and I believe that every beginner should be able to cut a basic sleeve. It's a basic short sleeve, and she's just marking in the measurements to curve the sleeve. Afterwards, she'll do well to cut the pockets, which we are going to be using. This is not compulsory but works for almost everybody. Length of 8 inches and width of 8 inches works. You can decide to use more or less, but this works perfectly for me for the length and the width. And after that, we are going to go over to the sewing machine and join all of these pieces together, right? That's it for that. So now we've gone over to the sewing machine, and this is our result. The strap that I cut out was on fold. We cut out on fold 2.5 inches strap. You can use 2.5, you can use 2 inches, depending on how wide you want your strap to be. Now, having joined this strap right here, you can see that the edges are rough. The next thing to do is to go to your weaving machine and weave that edge so that you have a good or clean edge, right? So this is what the strap looks like. Just run it all across the opening. By then you must have joined your shoulder, and you must have also attached your sleeve, as you're already saying. Then after doing that, all you just have to do is to run the straps. Remember, it's on fold. Run it all round across your neckline and down to the other side of the dress. I hope that's well understood. I've made similar tutorial on this channel, and I believe that this should be well understood. So the next thing to do is to place this together this way and run a straight line. Please do also go to your ironing board and make sure to iron this properly so that it's going to sit well before running a straight line across, so that you don't make any mistake and so that it doesn't wobble, right? Please do well to go to your ironing board and iron. So also use your iron to remove all of these pieces on the paper pieces, the labels. The next thing I did was to mark 18 inches as to where my pocket is going to sit, right? Just do well to mark from your shoulder to 18 inches as to where your pocket will comfortably sit. Mistakenly, this was sewn this other side, but we're going to loosen that and readjust the sewing. And the part to sew is the part that will be sitting on the upper part of this dress. That's the part to be sewn. So we'll loosen this other side, and then the next thing to do is to bring your lace design. That's if you just want to be creative about this. Just bring in a lace fabric of about 2 to 3 inches, and then just split it all around the pocket area before attaching the pocket to the body of this dress, right? I hope that's well understood. Just split it all around, and if you're doing 2 pockets, do the same to the other side. I'm going to go over to the sewing machine to run all of this and then come back to show you the result. I hope this is well explained, and please, if this video was really helpful, please do well to like, share and subscribe to this YouTube channel to encourage me to keep posting out lovely videos like this. Thank you so much. So the next thing to do after you must have attached your pocket is to go over to your sewing machine, join all of these pieces together, and also do well to fold the edges. And after that, this should be your result at the end of the day, right? I hope this video was really helpful. I'll see you all in my next video. Okay, bye.